International show jumpers and twin brothers Nicola and Olivier Philippaerts were born into equestrian sport, as was their father, four-time Olympic medalist Ludo. Based in Genk, Belgium, the brothers are already top-class riders at the age of 21. Coming up, we meet some of Nicola and Olivier's best horses and find out about the highs and lows of being brought up in one of Belgium's foremost show-jumping families.
I have many memories from growing up in the stables here. For sure, one of my first memories were when I was sitting on the horse with my father.
I think my father always wanted to go our own way into the sport. He wanted us to ride, but he never pushed us to ride. So I think that was our own choice. But on the end, when we wanted to ride, he was always there to help us and to get us to a bigger level.
Making everything ready for Calgary here. Eh? This is my small brother, Thibaut. He's gonna start riding his pony now, Bow Wow. He's standing there. And, he got last week Belgium champion by the children. It's age till 14 years old with the horses. And he won that, yeah. He is hanging his gold medal in his room, I think. I have 3 brothers. He's the third one. My twin brother, Olivier. And then we have Anthony. But he still likes to play good football. He's a good goalkeeper now, and he goes training 3 times a week. And then he still has the ponies as well. Yeah. But this one we don't know yet if he's gonna go in the horses or what he's gonna do. Him we're quite sure because he's always with the horses and yeah.
Goed verkleinen, goed verkleinen. Buitenteugel en buitenbeen te verkleinen. They know that I was a winner in the past. I really like to win, and I try to make it with my sons as well, because I like when they go to the show that they win a class, that they make a little bit spectacle on the show and give fun to the spectators who come and watch the show. At the end of the day, they only speak about the winners. So I like them to win. My children, they're born in the sport. I was riding on the top international level, so they get used to all the big things. It took me 30 years before I could have nearly all the things of the sport. And all the things that I learned in 30 years, I can give them actually in 2 or 3 years to my children. It makes a big difference for everything.
Nicola and his brother Olivier compete all over the world, 50 weekends a year, constantly on the move, as are their horses. Some of Nicola's favourites are here today.
This one is a H&M Harley. He's an 8-year-old. I think it's a very good future horse. I think next year he can jump on the Grand Prix or very nice. A lot of blood, very careful. And he goes with me to Calgary also for the smaller classes, and he will learn a lot there, I hope. Very nice horse. This is a 7-year-old Casal stallion. He's called Chili Willy. He won the finals in Arezzo. He was good in the Belgium championships. And I think it's a good horse for the future. Okay. Here you have the indoor. We tried to make it a bit nice with some pictures. On the right side, you have some pictures with the Olympic horses of my father. And Winning Mood was one of his best horses. And then my brother when he won Spruce Meadows, and me when I won the Grand Prix in Falsterbo.
My biggest win, I think it was in 2012, Falsterbo. It was a super win. I could have gone, I was last in the jump off with Carlos. It was fantastic. But I also won in Gothenburg, the World Cup, and this was also a super memory. I think these two are one of my nicest victories. These moments, it's like golden moments. I think you think about them, and it's super nice memories to think, and it makes you also stronger for the future, I think.
Many people ask me what I do beside the horses. Actually, I do nothing beside the horses. It takes so much of your time, but I like to think about these things. I like to think about what I can change and what I can do better, and I think I also have to think about that. If I don't think about that, I don't think I will improve. I think it's very important to keep improving. This was in Spruce Meadows in 2012, and this was a good moment, so we made a picture of it, and I keep it in my stables, so I can remember it every day and look at it.
At 19 years old, Olivier became the youngest rider ever to win the $1 million Spruce Meadows Grand Prix in Calgary. His father ended up in third place.
The Grand Prix in Spruce Meadows in 2012, that's for sure, for the moment, the biggest moment in my life, yeah. I came to the show, and you know, if you're that young, you always go to the show, of course, to get some experience, to get in that level, and then and it was going well the whole weekend. I've had a few placings, and then I still remember well, there was this evening we had a reception, all the people from the show, and there was a small television, and there was a video going on from the people that has won the Grand Prix there from the early years till now. And then I was watching it, and I said, like, one day I'd really like to win this Grand Prix once. And then the day after I won the Grand Prix. And now being still the youngest one who won that Grand Prix, that's something unique, that's something to remember, yeah, definitely.
Here's all the fields that the horses come out. We try to put them as much out as possible to that they feel like the horses are used to be in nature and they used to be in the grass, and we try to always get them a lot out. They need to get a lot out of the boxes to move a lot, that they don't get stiff. The mind is also very important. It's not only the body and the physics that counts, I think. It's if the horse is happy and he does what he likes to do, it's going to be better in the end than a horse that does it against his will, I think. There's kilometers and kilometers of forest where you can canter the horses. You have small mountains to go in, and yeah, here you have everything what you need for a horse, actually. I tried to do many different sports as well, like football, swimming, tennis. I did many different sports, but I always came back to it. Yeah, I don't know, it went quite well from the beginning, and if you have nice ponies and horses, it's also, it makes it more easy. It makes it more easy when the result is good that you can keep doing it. I always had nice ponies and nice junior horses, nice young rider horses. And you have everything here to ride, so it's very nice. You have everything, devil's dikes, butts, big water, smaller water. Yeah, it's super. We try to cut the grass once a week that it stays nice and thick. And it looks good now.
Many people forget about my mother because it's normally always my father that's been in the spotlights, but I think that my mother has been for sure as important for me as my father. She's been there from a younger stage, and I think that's also a very important stage. So she's for sure been very important as well.
I think it's a dream of every parent that they have your children doing the same than yourself, and they're both very talented. They have they had a lot of success when they were young, and now on a higher level they are both very successful on the big level. The time that Olivier won the biggest Grand Prix in the world in Spruce Meadows, he won and I was third. But it was for me more than a victory for myself.
I've been, of course, very lucky To have him as my father, that as a young person, he started training straight away, and I think the amount of experience he has in this sport, I think it's a huge advantage for us. On the other hand, it's not always been so easy. When, like, if you're the son from somebody, they bring some expectations of you. Like, they always expect you to do something, but on the end, you cannot do anything more than doing your best.
Coming up, Ludo talks about his hopes for his sons and how he decided which of them should inherit his own top horse, Challenge. Olivier and Nicola Philippaerts are rising stars in international show jumping. They've already competed in several Nations Cups and won some of the biggest Grand Prix in the world. We're lucky to catch them at home, just days before they leave on tour to Canada.
I think the bond of the rider and the horse have to be very good. I think we see each other every day, and when the bond is very good, you know each other very well, the result also will get better. Even when it goes well, you have to still think how you can keep improving the horse and keep improving yourself. Even if you win a class, there's still things that can be better.
Bien ou quoi? You have persons that from the moment they stepped on the horse, they were unbelievable talented and they could do whatever they want, had in their fingers, but not everybody has that. So I think it's a combination of talent and work. I think it's a combination of that. But of course, I think if I see where I've come from, that I also learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot, I think.
Growing up with the same dreams and goals also means that both brothers need great horses to ride.
Just came in the right timing. This is Armstrong. He was just having he's a bit afraid from the camera, it looks like. Hey. Shh. Oh. Hey. 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 This one is going to Spruce Meadows also for 6 weeks. That's actually been one of my best horses the last few months. He's been competing very well. He was in Hamburg on the Global Champions Tour and did the Nations Cup in Lumen. Yeah, he's doing well. He is 10 years old this year, so he's actually still pretty young. And I got him a bit longer than 1 year now, and actually it's in 1 year became one of my best ones. You want to see it on my carrots? Yeah, go. She's a little bit the princess of the stall. Eh? She has a very strong character, but I think she's a very, very careful horse, and she's just getting into the bigger sport now, and I think she'll be one of my best ones. I think it's a very good horse, and this year she's doing a few bigger shows, but actually my plan is to work for next year. Next year I think she's going to become she's going to do the bigger shows next year, I think, yeah. Together with the other two, I think I have a bunch of good horses coming up. Yeah, really nice ones. And then we have plenty of young ones, 7 years old, 6 years old. They're also all here in the stable, so that should be the next ones for the next 5-6 years. We cannot buy the horses when they are ready for the top sport. It's nearly impossible for us to buy them. So We buy when they're 6 or 7, or we breed them from youngs, and then we're trying to produce the horse till the big level. And all horses that we've had and all horses that we have rode into the big sport were all horses we produced ourselves.
The Philippaerts brothers are both well aware that staying in the sport also involves having to sell great horses once in a while.
For sure it's not nice when a good horse gets sold or anything, but then sometimes you need to make from your heart a stone and sell it. We also need to live from the sport, and yeah, it's not easy, but now I'm happy that I have a good owner. He has three good horses for me, and he normally doesn't want to sell them, so it makes it also easier for me to keep them for the sport. But for sure you need to have a good bond with them, because if you're too distant with the horses, they also feel it, and this is not good, I think.
And this is the one from Spruce Meadows, Gabriel. He's going to Canada as well. I'm very happy to have this horse. It's still the most important horse in my life, I think, yeah. He still is. Lucky I still have him here, because half a year ago there is another owner. He bought it half to keep it for me. So I think he'll be here for the next 3 years as well. I hope he can always stay here, yeah. They will leave tomorrow morning with the truck, and I think they'll go to Liège or something, then they stay there. And then in the late after lunch, they will go on the plane. They go by plane to Canada. So this will be 5 of mine and 5 of my brothers, they will go there. And then, yeah, they go there and then get straight to the show. And the show picks them up on the airport and they bring them straight to the stalls there. So they will be there on Thursday, they'll be there already. And normally if you have a horse that travels well, it's not too complicated to plane. Of course, when you have a horse travels bad, it's not so good, but okay. Normally he travels also good.
Competing at the same level means the brothers look for similar qualities in horses. Not always easy when deciding which horse in the stable should be ridden by which rider.
I think we have the same taste of horses. We both like blood horses, they have to be careful. But by us in the business tables, you need to learn to ride with many different horses.
I decide who's going to ride which horse, and I think that somebody has to take the responsibility a little bit at home, because otherwise every horse is coming in, everybody wants to have the best one. And somebody has to decide who's taking who, and so far I decide then which horse is going to who. Jongen. And for sure now when I stopped riding, my horse, it was a difficult decision to who I was going to give it. In that moment, Nicola had 2 horses injured, and yet he could go a bit to the bigger shows. I said, you can take my horse and you go to the shows with my horse. It depends also a little bit the circumstances there is then, and but it's not easy at all, not at all, no.
My brother and I, we always rode on the same level, so it's fantastic if you can go together as a team on the shows, and the ring, of course, we try to beat each other.
If once in a while I win something or he wins something, you always try to become better and compete in that level. I think you can learn a lot from each other as well.
To ride the top sport, you need to be sometimes tough, and you need to put your limits high enough. For sure you have moments that it goes less, or moments that you're a bit sad that it's not going well than other moments, but this is top sport, and I think it's in every sport that it goes a little bit less certain moments, and for sure it's also like this by us.
We lose more than we win, and that's sometimes not so easy, I think. Yeah. It's because we compete every single week that we have to be able to lose as well on the sport, and I think that's something that I also still have to learn to accept that. Yeah.
I have big dreams. I really like them to become once somewhere European champion or maybe Olympic champion. Or the most important thing is that they enjoy the sport, that they enjoy what they are doing. That's the most important, because they have to do it for the next 30 years. So If you have to work every day with horses and you don't like it, then it's hard life for the next 30 years.
Well, of course, I'd like to become one of the best ones in the world. I would like to do everything to compete in the biggest shows in the world, and I think that's something I'd like to work for.
For every rider, it's a dream to go and ride in the Olympic Games. It's just, yeah, it's the highest you can ever reach, I think, and it's just fantastic. Yeah.
We want to win the same amount that my father has won, and we still have a long way to go. So, but I think we're doing the best we can, yeah.
Although born into the world of show jumping, these brothers know that real success only comes through hard work and dedication. And as the Philippaerts brothers enjoy hard work, they plan to stay on top for a long time to come.